Well, hello, my friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Danielle, the painting turtle, and I am having a wonderful day today. And I thought, hey, let's try making the easiest Christmas tree ever. So, as you can see, I have been working on this for a while. This is 2 days of making Christmas trees on Be Inspired Jumbo Artist Pad. I love this thing. This is awesome. Also, these are awesome. This is Artist Loft, and it is amazing watercolor ink. I love this stuff. It is liquid, and it is fabulous. So what I did was, I have many of these. I have so many of the Artist Loft liquid inks, and so I went to the town and I had a coupon, so I bought 3 more because I don't have these 3 colors, and I thought, let's just do some play and see how they work. And these 2 mixed together and made this amazing green. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I know you can see it, but just in case you can't, it's so pretty. Okay, so let's get into it and show you how we did this. Number 1, we're going to get into how I did this, and then we're going to also, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'll give you guys a real ride there. Sorry about that. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so all I did was I accidentally dripped the blue into the green. That's what I did. And after doing that, came up with this lovely color. And so all I did, and this is all you can do to make the easiest, most beautiful Christmas trees you ever saw, for cards, for a painting, for whatever you want it for. All I'm doing is getting some wet water. All I'm doing is getting some water, and I'm putting a little bit of water on my paper. That is all I'm doing. I'm making a triangle. You don't even have to make a triangle. You can make it a circle. You can make a bush if you would like. Whatever you want to do. And you don't have to fill up this whole triangle with paint either. So all I'm going to do is take another paintbrush, which I am using Artist Loft paintbrushes as well. And no, they don't pay me a thing to talk about their products. But this is Artist Loft paintbrushes. I'm using a 9 and a 12. And I just went over here and I just mixed up a little extra. And you can see that, look at that green. Okay, so I got a good amount of paint, like really, really dense. And just started right here. And I was like, that is just fantastic, really. And so then I just kind of, you can just go right up the page, right up the tree, try to get it straight if you want to. If you don't, have a wonky tree. It doesn't matter. Have a wonky tree. The more ink, the more paint you put down. You can do this with watercolor paints too. Some of them will work better than others, and that's just the way it goes. You could do different things to this, like well, I'll show you on the other page when this one dries, because I should have. But you can do other things with it, like add water in when it's just almost dry. Like this little spot right here is just a little bit too much for me, so I'm just going to sop up a little bit of that. And all you do to do that is just rinse out your brush a little and dab it on some paper towel and suck up a little bit of that. Sorry if you can hear my tummy. My tummy is just going 100 miles an hour right now. I don't know why. Suddenly you get on camera and everybody decides it's time to chit-chat. Everybody, including your tummy, is like, dude, I want to have a conversation too. It's like a child. Anywho, so that's all. So we're just going to let that set. Now, on the other hand, I do have other papers. I cut a bunch of papers to see which ones make the best little, so I have a whole stack. We'll see if we get through all these really fast, because this is, oh, everybody stop moving. This is going to take forever. So I'm going to start with whatever's on top. This is Canson Graduate Drawing Paper, which feels very similar to the B paper. So let's just try this real quick. I'm going to add a little bit more of the, I have the blue on the side ready to go. I'm going to add another dot of the blue. I'm going to add, and this is 1-to-1. I'm not doing like 2 raw siennas and whatever. 1 drop of sienna, 1 drop of blue. Turquoise, excuse me. 1 drop of sienna, 1 drop of turquoise, a couple drops of water. Boom, chakalaka, here we go. That's all. That is the thing. That is the excitement about this whole thing. It's like there's nothing to do. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take some water, make myself a rough triangle. Not too much water. That's the big ticket. That's the big thing. Not too much water. You want to be able to see that sheen. Let me get up here and see if I can see it. You want to see that sheen, but you don't want to see any puddles on your paper. Puddles are the enemy, and we have a little puddle right up here. So I'm just going to dab off my brush and sop up a little bit of that puddle because we don't want no puddles. I don't want no puddles. Okay, I'm going to put that down, get my other paintbrush, sop it up with a bunch of that green, and whoa, watch it go. Okay, again, this is drawing paper. Canson's drawing paper. Wowee, man. That took off. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to put this aside and let this dry. Look at how nicely that is fantastic. Okay, so we're going to let this one dry over here. Try to keep it a little straight. Go on to the next one. We're doing the exact same thing on every one of these. This is Canson Graduate Watercolor Paper. So I'm putting my paintbrush with all the color on it down, getting fresh water on my other paintbrush, and I once again am going to make a triangle. Everybody says there's so many, there's such painting Christmas trees is so easy, but this has got to be the easiest, most rewarding, most fun way to make a it's just like, I don't even understand. I know there's more realistic trees, whatever, but I don't care if my tree is realistic. I care if this brings me joy, and this brings me a lot of joy, man, a lot of joy. So I just did the same thing. We're just going to get it nice and wet. We're going to pick up our other paintbrush that has all the paint on it, and we're going to just drop it in. This is the Canson watercolor paper. I love this stuff. Fabulous. And we're going to let that one dry. I'm going to, you can help it along if you want. You can just give it a little extra on the sides if it's not doing what you want it to do. But for all intent and purposes, I think that looks pretty darn good. And you can drop some water in it if you want it to just do some fun stuff. This might not be the best one to do this to because I might have wanted this one to stay perfectly perfect. But just little drops of water here and there. And we'll see what happens with that one. That one's pretty cool. Okay, so we're just going to put that one down. And go on to the next paper. The next paper is Canson Graduate Mixed Media. The other one was drawing. This one does feel a lot very similar to that one as well. And we're going to do another little triangle. So far, they're all pretty awesome. Just a little bit of water. Doesn't have to be a lot. And then after you do these, you can use these for cards. You can do this just because you want to. You could use this for wrapping paper. You can do so many things with this. Whatever your little heart desires. You could, if it doesn't look like it's going to end up being a good wrapping paper for you, you could easily just take a piece of it and that just mesmerizes me. I'm sorry. It totally takes me out of what I was saying. You can just take a couple of these and stick them on a package. Cut them out, stick them on a package, and possibly make tags for your Christmas presents. Look at how pretty that is. That is like, I hope I'm in the camera. Yeah, we're going to move you over just a little bit. Look at how pretty that is. Wow. Okay. We're going to put that one down. And we're going to go on to the next one. Because I'll get hung up. Hot press watercolor Master Touch. So this is Master Touch paper. And my Master Touch paper has a boo-boo. But we're not going to worry about that because that is not what we're using right now. I'm going to add a little more of my color to this over here just because I don't want to run out. And one more of the sienna. And when I was doing this on this pad, the blue kind of leaches out, the turquoise leaches out around the edges sometimes. It's so pretty. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Okay, so this is hot press. This is the hot press Master Touch. So Master Touch comes from Hobby Lobby. I do think so. I think it comes from Hobby Lobby. So just a nice, wet little triangle. Hot Touch is a different animal. Not an animal, you know what I mean. It's a different type of paper. It doesn't always do the same. But look at that. It's smooth as silk. Look at that. Oh my stars. That is pretty. I just think that gives you the most realistic tree. I don't care who you are or how great of a painter you are. This gives you a beautiful, beautiful tree shape. Fantastic. I'm telling you. Okay, so we're going to put that one down and scoot along to the next one so this doesn't take forever. Grumbacher watercolor paper. Let's see. Let's do this again. Grumbacher. What you got for me, Grumbacher? Da, 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 da. Oh, this just brings me so much joy. It's just so much fun. I was like, okay, so I'm going to try all these papers. And then I thought, you know what? Let's try all the papers for, let's see what everybody thinks about the papers. Okay, so this is really, oh, this is just so cool. Boom. Oh my goodness, look at it go. And see, if you just go down right here, you could just make a nice little bush. But if you touch up there, then it makes the tree. Oh, don't even. Oh my stars. People. This is a good day. This is such a good day. This is such a good day. Make sure you have on your cruddy clothes because this is an ink and stains your fingers. So it will stain your clothes. And I was glad I had on cruddy clothes today because of my little kitty came in to see me, and all of a sudden he like slapped and bit at the paintbrush, and I'm like, dude, stop it. Paint went splatter. I'm like, no, no, no. Okay, so this is Hot Press Arteza brand paper. And this is a really nice paper as well. And so I'm just gonna, once again, I'm just gonna make a little triangle. I didn't even try to do this in the center because that would have been nice, because this is such a small piece. But this is a piece I had inside my container with all the Arteza pieces. There's a little something on it. Doesn't matter. And again, this is hot press. So hot press is different than cold press. It's very smooth. There's not a whole lot of differential bumples or whatever you want to call it. Not a lot of texture. That's the word I'm looking for. Texture. Give it a little tiny drips of water just to make it go a little further, and boom. And again, this is a different type of paper, so so for me right now, I would say this is probably not the one that you want to do it with, because it's the skinniest Christmas tree I ever saw. So we're going to let that sit and see how it dries. But that's okay, because not everybody has to be perfect, right? Right. Okay, so this is Artist Loft 100% cotton. They have that new brand, and I love it. It's fantastic. Now, if you're going to be doing like multimedia stuff and you're going to be wanting to really scrub on the paper, don't use this. This is not that. This is not the one you're going to want to scrub on. This is 100% cotton. It doesn't hold up well to scrubbing. But if you're going to be gentle with it and you're just going to paint on it, then paint. Do it. I wouldn't recommend this for multimedia stuff. I would recommend this for beautiful artworks that you want to paint in watercolor or ink, because I do think it takes ink pretty well. So let's try this one real quick. And let's just see where it goes. Boom. Oh, see, look at that. Wow. That is the cat's meow right there. That is my bomb diggity. That's the one that makes me happy. I love this. Wow. So pretty. So pretty. That green is just, I'm not a green person usually, but man, oh man, that green is something else. Can you see that? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'll put that one down. Let that one dry. That's all of our paper, but you know me. I'm always going for strange things to paint on. This is a piece of the inside of a mat board, and I'm going to try the same thing with this. This is going to take a lot more water because it has it's like fabric almost. It's so absorbent. And we'll just see what happens with our leftover paint, because this is the last thing. You do have to get this quite a bit more wet. And so we'll just see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Right. And for all intent and purposes, it does work pretty good. It's not going to go as far as the watercolor paper, because the watercolor paper is something else. But this would give you such texture. Nice texture. I do have extra. Boom, boom, boom. Make a little more. Boom, boom, boom. This would give you a lovely textured piece to cut this out and put this on a card, or on even on the tree. If you're making Christmas trees and you want to put them on your tree, that does give you lovely texture. Okay, so then we'll let that dry too, and we'll see how this works. So this is the first one we did. This one's completely dry now, and that is lovely. On this side over here, one we did just a few minutes, I did while you were not around. This one I did a turquoise background. Making sure you can see everything. Yes. This one I did a turquoise background, and then I put the green inside of it, which is a mixture of the turquoise and this raw sienna. So that's why the background is green, as blue turquoise on that one. This one I just touched the edges with the turquoise and put the green in the middle. This one I did not. I just put the green mixture, and the turquoise comes out around the edges. This one as well. These ones were the ones I did first, and I was like, oh my goodness, look, there's turquoise. I love these smudgy things that happen. This one, the sienna came out a little bit. This one you can see the turquoise around the edges. This one you can see the turquoise around the edges, But yeah, and then I just did a little on the sidelines of the green where you can actually just see the green straight up. This is a little more diluted, and this is a little more strong, dense, beautiful, fabulous color. So yes, every one of these, like you could take this sheet and wrap a small present in it. It's not that thick of paper, but it is thick enough. Okay. Or you could cut out each individual one of these, excuse me, and put them on cards. So that would be cool. You can also take your Sharpie pen, whichever size you like, and you can just give them a little bit of a stump, and then a little bit of water makes you have land. You can do that with a bigger one if you'd like. I just like this idea of just having a small little stump, a little tiny bit of water, makes it flow. And then I'm sure that Sharpie didn't intend for this to happen with their pens, but I'm telling you what, this makes me happy. I love this. I love the idea of this smear that happens here. I saw, I think it was Marta. I saw her doing a, she does videos all the time, and she had a different pen. I think it was Pentel. And she used the Pentel pens, and I can't get those pens. I can get Pentel, but I can't get the ones that she was using. So I thought, I wonder if I have any other pens that will do it. Come to find out, I tried this, and sure enough, Sharpie pen, S-Gel. It doesn't matter if you get the 0.38, if you get the 0.5. I have all of the sizes. Nope, that's not one. That is not one. That is not one. That is not one. Wow, I have so many. I have the 0.5, and then I have the really pretty ones. These are 7.7, and it's just gorgeous. So I recommend those highly. They are everywhere. They're not that expensive. Yeah, but okay, so I think all of them are dry. We'll go back and start with the first one and see which one looks best. Okay, so this is not the first one I did. This is Canson Graduate Watercolor. So we have that one. We have Canson Graduate Mixed Media. That's gorgeous. We have Grumbacher Watercolor. That one turned out really well. We have Hot Press Watercolor from Master Touch. Some of these are not quite dry, but they're pretty dry so far. And then we also have our Hot Press from Arteza. Didn't really go very far. And our Artist Loft 100% cotton. So you can see the differences in all the papers. I still think that this one gave me the best. Oh, and we have our little piece of mat board, which pretty much had to make it into that shape. That's fine. It's not a problem. But let's see. I love this one. And this one's pretty awesome as well. But these ones are pretty much my bomb diggity. I love the ones that are on the B paper. I think they're my favorite. I think that would be my go-to. Yeah. That B paper, I don't know what it is about it. It is not 100% cotton, but it is really nice paper. And it does a lot of wonderful things. Don't get me wrong. All these are great too. I love that. This is the one we put the water on. I do believe, yeah, we put water on this one. I love this one too. This one's got the blue edging. This one has a little bit of the sepia coming out. This one's really nice. This one would be very impressive. Also, it is not dry. You can see the sheen on it still. It is not really dry yet. But this is the only one that I think that was like a total fail. And still, if I would have pushed it harder to the edges, it would have made a tree. You just have to make it make a tree. Like, let's see. We can just real quick make it make a tree. So you could really just take it out to the edges. Oh, even see, this would make it beautiful. Just kind of give it a little bit of something to make it look more like a tree. This is more along the lines of what this paint would be for anyway. Is a quick painting. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. You go around on this side and make these point the right direction instead of pointing inward because I'm just too lazy to turn it around. But this is just really quick. And then you do the middle because you have to do the middle because trees don't just have on both sides. They have limbs everywhere. And so yeah, I think that turned out really well, and I would definitely use that. That is fantastic now. But this is what I'm going for. This soft, beautiful, I really love this one. And this is, again, mixed media paper by the Canson Graduate. That's really pretty. I love that softness. This one makes it look kind of even more real. But all of these are great. You could put little baubles on them. You could just put them straight up like this on there. You could put a little stem on there. You could do whatever you want to with it. I think it would be fantastic. Again, like with this one, we'll try this one since this is the one that's giving me trouble. You can just give it a little, I always call it a stem. It's not really a stem. The bark, the tree. And it does wonderfully. Fantastic. So, this is what I got for you today. I would love to see what you guys think about this. Just a quick little video just to see to make some Christmas trees and to show you how easy it is. I'm not going to go through cutting them out and putting them on card backs because you guys know how to do that. You just cut them out. Make sure they're completely dry. Cut them all out individually. You can fussy cut them. If you wanted to, you could fussy cut them and make them into like just the little tree shape. Like cut all through there or just make a little triangle around it. These ones would have to be probably cut more. These ones, because I put them so close together. These ones, on the other hand, you could easily take this and put it on a card. If you like that. Or this, or this. You put many cards on each one of these pieces of paper and you can cut them out into little squares or rectangles and put them on cards and say Merry Christmas. So, I hope you like this. I hope you share this with a friend. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a comment. Give me some thumbs up. Yes, I would really enjoy that. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. God bless you and have a wonderful day.